Everyone, enjoy my brand new 200-volt AC system. Guys, check this out. Power on. What the fudge? You bastard! I know you're here. Open the door.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom, a terrific young man. This is a story about something that's been bothering me since daylight savings started. And this is what's been bothering me. Oh God, so expensive! This is because of the rising living cost in my general area and my super eco-unfriendly AC. I couldn't take this anymore, so I decided to beg Aiden for help so I could afford a brand new AC. Everyone, enjoy my brand new 200-volt AC system. Guys, check this out. Ew, this Kool-Aid is super watered down. This coffee, too. I can't believe he's charging us $5 for these drinks. Power on. What the fudge? You bastard! You bastard! You bastard! Hey, I know you're here. Open the door! Hey, what's going on? You look like you're about to demolish my door. My name is Kyle. I'm your next door neighbor. I've been pulling electricity from your place to work on my IT business that I'm venturing. What? Did you just say you've been pulling electricity? That's damn right. What the heck? So you've been stealing power from my house then? No wonder my electricity bill was skyrocketing. I'm gonna make him pay for all the power he stole from me. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! So you've been stealing power from me, huh? I've been making an app that allows my customers to send large gig files to... I'm not asking what you do with the power. My business was almost starting to make a profit, but I ran out of budget. That's none of my business. It is your business. Look, I'm explaining this so you'll have an understanding of what's going on. Okay, and how so? Apps can only make a profit when they're functional. And by the way, have you changed anything recently? I don't think so. I did change the voltage for my place to 200 volts, though. That's why! Sir, what in the world are you thinking? You can't knock on people's doors and start shouting like that. So my electrical blew up because you changed your voltage. That might be the cause, but the real cause is because you were stealing electricity from me. I stole it because I was in desperate need. Excuse me? When someone is in desperate need, we help each other out. That's what neighbors are for. Electricity isn't something we share among our community, especially without consent. No wonder I've been paying so much. But I took it because I needed it. Look, the app I've been developing isn't functional yet, and I'm broke. Sir, you're not justifying yourself at all. Even if it's not an object, stealing electricity is still theft. You're gonna pay for the electricity you stole from my place. Oh, you're the one who's going to pay. This is your fault. Because you changed your voltage, my electricals blew up, and all the work I've invested in is now gone. You're going to pay $20,000 for the app that's gone after I invested my time and effort and my electricity bills until I start making profit with my business. There's no point in this discussion. I'm gonna call the cops. You fool! I already called the cops. What? Again, you're going to pay $20,000 for the damages in addition to my future electricity bills. You're not gonna get away with this. Don't even think about running or else I'll make sure you get arrested. What the? Look at his eyes. He's being serious. He's a thief and he believes from the bottom of his heart that he could make me pay. Are you scared? It's already too late now. Justice will come. I'm gonna make sure everyone in this town knows what you've done to me. Sir, do you even know what's going to happen if you do anything like that? Yeah, everyone in town will be on fire. Just be ready to deal with the cops and be ready to pay me all that you owe me. Wow, that guy is crazy. How is he so optimistic? Hey guys, let me tell you about this weird guy that just came by. And so that's what happened. Now, officer, please punish this shameless guy who caused me harm. Sir, look. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and use your police powers. I heard everything you said, but... Do it! Now or never, you'll be proud of yourself forever. Sir, you need to listen. I demand $20,000 that I deserve after what my stupid neighbor Tom has done to me. I said listen! I don't do my job to please myself with pride. I work with integrity. Okay. It seems like you're jumping the gun way too soon before giving anything a thought. Right, officer? After taking a look at this entire picture, Kyle, you're at 100% fault. What the? No matter how you put this, you stole electricity from your neighbor.
Kyle, we see this as your fault, too.
What? I mean, you stole electricity from Tom's place. Yes, in order to accomplish success. We don't know what success you're talking about, but what you did is a theft, and you can't blame Tom for being upset with you. I never thought Tom was so popular. Uh-huh. Hey, I heard that. I feel sorry about the fact that you lost all the work that you've done, but based on everything you've told me, I have no choice but to arrest you. You understand? Wait, what? Why do I have to be arrested? Say you're sorry to Tom and pay him the money you owe him. What? Say sorry? What in the world is going on? Let me make this clear. The moment Tom decides to file a police report, I'm obligated to arrest you. Oh, I'm not gonna let him file one. You can't force him not to. Who do you think you are? Huh? I feel bad for Tom for having a next-door neighbor like him. Please, do not knock on my door or talk to me ever again. But I'm your neighbor. So what? We'll be neighbors and we'll be strangers. What could I have done then? Huh? He's throwing a tantrum. He must think he's in kindergarten. I had no choice. I couldn't afford the bill, and at the same time, I couldn't afford to stop my work. Is it so bad that I ask for just a bit of your help? We should all help each other out when we're in desperate need, but it doesn't work like one-way traffic. This means that my neighbor Tom was being inconsiderate about me. What the? Well, those words go straight back to you. You took electricity without even asking your neighbor for help. You should know that this is not okay. But why? I don't want to sound like a mean person, but I want him to leave this town now. I can walk in Tom's shoes. If I were him, I would be more than happy to let his neighbor use his electricity. I would care about my neighbor. He keeps emphasizing that he's a neighbor. He kinda sounds like a needy girlfriend who always goes about her own thing, asking for unconditional love no matter what, saying whatever pleases himself, and expecting things in return. If that's what pleases you, go ahead and do so. Give Tom the permission to take whatever he needs from you, and you're happy as long as you get to help his desperate needs. Yeah, now we're talking, and Tom can do the same. You can't force him to do the same. Huh? You're just refusing to understand at this point. Oh, shut up! This is not a show! But you're the one who called us to tell us what's going on. Huh? Just stop saying huh to everything. Hey, officer. Yes? Look, I figured that talking to Kyle won't take us anywhere, so I figured that out before you did.
Kyle, just shut up and listen.
What's you guys' problem, huh? At this point, I didn't want to deal with this crazy neighbor, so I told the officer that all I want is for Kyle to pay for the portion of my electricity bill that was inflated because he was stealing power from me, and I won't be filing a police report about this. At least that was how I was trying to end this, but... What the heck? If I had the money to pay him, I wouldn't have been stealing electricity from him from the beginning.
Look, Kyle, you can say whatever you want, but as I already explained, I have no choice but to arrest you if Tom chooses to file a police report.
Officer, are you trying to threaten me?
I'm not trying to threaten you. Look, you're probably going to pay only about $500 tops for the power you've stolen. It's not worth fighting and ending up with a criminal record.
But I don't get it.
What part of this doesn't he get? Okay, I understand your point, but there's nothing beneficial on your end if you keep arguing like that.
But...
Let's all act like grown-ups.
I don't get it.
Kyle, you're a business owner. Think about how things can get difficult for you if you end up with a criminal record. Why don't we settle this for good, huh?
Fine.
Thank you, Kyle. Kyle agrees to pay for his portion of your electricity bill.
Great. Thank you, officer. I just talked to the electric company, and the amount of electricity he stole...
Hey, watch your mouth!
The electricity that he used was worth $200.
You heard that, Kyle? $200.
All right, then. Hey, anyone from this crowd? And there he goes again. After he's been so rude to the crowd, he suddenly switched his behavior and asked if there's anyone who's willing to invest some funds in him. And, needless to say...
We've already seen the type of person you are. No one wants to invest in you.
Of course, no one wants to invest in such a self-centered idiot like Kyle.
Stealing electricity is theft. No one will invest in you. No one likes you. No one will even lend you money. Boo, Kyle! You called the cops yourself.
Shut the fudge up. Huh? What happened to Aiden? I've been listening this whole time. Who the fudge do you think you guys are, entertaining yourself by looking down at other people?
But he's a bad guy who stole...
And who are you to look down at him? Life ain't easy for business owners. They're lonely. They're always fighting on their own. They always have to choose whether they fight or flight. They get all or nothing. Maybe this guy crossed the line, but he's doing everything he can to live his life. So don't ever make fun of who he is. All he's doing is to challenge life at his fullest potential he's got. Thank you so much for saying that. Everything you said is what I wanted to say. No worries, bro. I'm also a business owner, and I know how rough things can get, right, President Kyle? You call me the president? Aiden listened to Kyle's business plans. After hearing everything out, he gave him some tips and advice and assured that he'd be successful with his plans. Hey, officer!
Yes?
I'm willing to lend him money for his electricity bill that he owes Tom. May we call this case closed?
Oh, yeah? As long as everyone is okay with that, my job is done here.
Tom, you're fine with this too, right? At this point, I don't have a choice. I've also borrowed money from Aiden to buy my brand new AC system. Just to keep everything on the record, here's the IOU for the money you owe me. I know it's only $200, but make sure you read carefully because there's a lot of details on this. Oh, thank you very much. Kyle signed the IOU, and everything seemed as if this case was closed. But
I'm not going to forgive you for this. You betrayed me, and you're going to pay for this.
Kyle walked away as he mumbled ominous things and glared at me. And I have a bad feeling that the electricity problem between Kyle and I hasn't ended just yet. Oh my God, just quit it already. Hello? Hello? Kyle, I know this is you. Stop this nonsense. It's been 5 straight nights of prank calls in the middle of the night. I was right. After what happened the other day, Kyle despised me so much. He's doing whatever it takes him to get on my nerves. Oh God, this needs to stop. I can't go to sleep. What did I ever do to deserve a neighbor like him? I can always call the cops on him, but I'm afraid doing so might aggravate his anger and make him do worse things. But there's something else I can do about this. I chose to act like a delicate little puppy. I decided to let him continue harassing me as if I don't intend to retaliate. And ultimately,
Ha! Take that! Huh?
Of course, a guy who doesn't know where to stop ends up getting himself in a situation like this. Why are you so surprised? This is my house.
But I thought you went to go watch horse racing.
I tricked you.
What? You tricked me?
Yup, I had a feeling you'd do something bad if I left my house, and here you are.
How dare you trick me?
Don't you dare him, you're in the wrong here.
Shut up! If only this guy let me use his electricity, I wouldn't be doing anything like this.
I thought we were done talking about that. Look, the police usually have no time to deal with neighbors' quarrels, but when it comes to obvious cases like this, it's a different story. I'm arresting you for theft, invasion of private property, and damages to private property.
What? But this is between Tom and me.
Not at this point. It's my job as a police officer to protect innocent civilians from people like you. Now you're coming with me.
Hold on! Hey, Tom!
I don't even want you calling my name, you thief.
Tell the officer that this battle is none of his business and it's between you and I.
Of course not! I knew you never learned your lesson after that incident, and I knew you would do something crazy like this. You needed bigger consequences to learn your lesson, and that's why I tricked you with those social media postings.
Officer, did you hear him? He said he tricked me. Don't you think that's a big problem?
Nope, not at all. It doesn't make it okay for you to break into his house like this.
But why do you keep doing this to me?
Why? As I said, I figured you wouldn't learn your lesson until you end up in a living hell. You're now a business owner with criminal records. Good luck with that. Needless to say, you're going to pay for all the damages you caused inside my house.
Wait! Hold on! We can talk about this! Don't arrest me! Let me go!
Let me remind you about the last time I let you go. There's no such thing this time. I hope you learn your lesson while you have all the time in the world behind bars.
No! You're the bad guy! You're the bad guy!
Go ahead and keep whining like a crying baby. I'm just gonna make sure I move out before you're released from prison.
You're going to regret this, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what.
Just get in the car now.
If only you didn't blow up my electricals, I would have finished my app and I would have been living a rich life by now. You ruined my life.
You just keep repeating yourself. Well, I hope you're ready for what's about to come right at you soon.
Huh? What are you talking about? Just tell me.
And this is how this whole electrical problem between Kyle and I finally ended. Kyle was charged with theft, trespassing, and property damages. He got lucky enough that the court decided not to sentence him to imprisonment, but he's on parole and he now has a criminal record. But that was the least of all the concerns that Kyle should have. Damn it, I guess Tom doesn't live here anymore, compared to what he was about to deal with. Hey! Oh, hey, Aiden. Tom doesn't live there anymore. Yeah, it seems like. Kyle, I know you've been through a lot recently, but I'm here for collection service. Collection service? Yup, it's been a little over a month since I lent you money. Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry, but I don't have a job and I don't have any income right now. Would you mind waiting until next month? Oh, I highly advise you not to wait until next month, sir. Huh? Just take my word and pay what you owe me as soon as you can. This is for your own sake. Huh? But I only borrowed $200. I could find a quick part-time job and easily pay it back to you, even if you were to charge me interest. I don't know about that. What? Why? If you wait until next month, you're going to be owing me $1.373 billion. Are you sure you want to wait? Huh? It's on the IOU. You read it, right? Kind of? Not really. I thought you were a nice guy, so I trusted you. I never asked you to trust me, did I? But Aiden! You really thought I'm a nice guy, huh? But you said you're also a business owner, and that you understand how I feel. And there you go again. You jumped the gun and signed whatever I gave you. You were a perfect opportunity for me to set up 3 crows. Does that mean that you... I acted the way I did so that I could get you to trust me and to make sure the cops go away. Oh, God! You made it way too easy, bro! Go ahead and take a look at the IOU. You see it now? It's clearly stated there that the interest rate for the money you're borrowing from me will have a daily rate of 30.0%. There's your 3 crows. What's that 3 crows that you're talking about? Oh, it's my internal business terminology. Every crow that caws will add an additional 10% to your debt. And you have 3 of them, giving you a 30% interest rate every time they caw. The day is over when the crow caws, and compound interest to be added the next day when they caw again. By the way, let me explain to you what compound interest is. It's the type of interest that adds up to the principal funds after being charged the interest. This means that the charged interest will have additional interest onto it, in addition to the interest that gets charged onto the principal funds. This means that the gross interest value will increase every term that passes by. In summary, it's an interest rate that's simply a nightmare for the debtor. What the heck? But isn't that illegal? What's considered illegal is still legal to me. Oh my God! As of today, the $200 that you borrowed from me is already inflated to $520,000. What? $520,000? But let me express some gratitude that you considered me a nice person. Why don't I remove the interest from your debt effective today? Effective today? But that still wouldn't change the fact that I owe you $520,000? That's correct. It isn't my intent to make your debt something that you won't ever be able to pay. I prefer things to stay realistic. This is insane. I'm calling the cops. Sure, go ahead and call them. That's only if you're still alive and well enough to talk after this. No! Ever since that day, no one has seen Kyle anywhere. No one knows what happened, and no one knows how in the world he's gonna pay back the $520,000 he owes Aiden. Well, actually, I'm sure Aiden has his ways to make him pay every last penny he needs to collect from him. As for me, I moved into a new house, and I'm ready to enjoy my life again. And I'm not gonna forget to pay back Aiden the money I borrowed to buy that AC system, or else I'm not sure what he'd do to me. Trouble Busters.